Coming up on our Sunday afternoon coverage, it'll be the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Cincinnati Reds in Cincinnati, Great American Ballpark, live on 2K Sports.
National League firepower, that's on tap. The Cincinnati Reds hoping they'll have the better of it. A chance to look at one of the dominating starters in baseball as Ben Sheets will go to the hill today. Gary Thorne, John Kruk, Steve Phillips, 2K Major League Baseball. Now we'll take a look at Cincinnati's starter. Steve, as he gets going against Milwaukee, what do you think his focus is?
Now this right-hander has quality stuff, and doesn't really matter oftentimes who he's facing. If he executes his pitches and pitches his game, he's got a chance to come out on top.
This is the lineup we'll see for the Brewers. Any of these bats stand out, John?
Well, every time I watch Prince Fielder swing a bat, my back hurts. That's how violent and how hard he swings. But I tell you, he's a young guy, very versatile, and very agile for a big guy. Can do a lot of things on a baseball field, and don't be surprised if he steals a base in this one if he let him.
And Molitor's in the box. Last game a loss for Cincinnati. Now looking to rebound quickly. They hope to claim the series 2-1 against Milwaukee. Fastball in there for a called strike. That last one they just could not get on the scoreboard.
Well, they got their hits, but they just couldn't figure out a way to push runs across the plate.
Here's the pitch. Oh, and he lays off the fastball. Good pitch, 1-1.
Well, that fastball right there just missed, just below the knees. Tell you what, a borderline pitch. I think they wanted that one bad.
Swing, shoots this one towards the gap, right center. And the leadoff man's on board. You love the offense when it gets going that way. The Reds defensively are going to look like this. Something to look forward to. This Wednesday, we'll see David Wright and the New York Mets as they'll be taking on the Phillies in Philadelphia. Start time 3 Eastern.
Hey, Gary, do you think John will buy his dinner in town that time we go watch that ball game?
Runner on first. He deals. And they pitch out. Nobody's moving. Ready with a 1-0. Lost the grip to that changeup, and it's 2-0. There's a smash towards the hole.
Well, let's take a look at the Milwaukee Brewers and where they ended up rank-wise last year in the National League. Second best in base hits, second in home runs, and this offense showed up in the top 5 in the league in batting average, really pointing to the depth and quality of their hitters. A very deep lineup with quality at-bats.
Burnett's in the batter's box. No one out yet. Runners at first and second. Starts him out with a fastball for a strike.
Now that he's elevated his eyes looking for that high fastball, let's see if he goes back down in the zone.
Here's the pitch. Takes that breaking ball. That's in there. No balls, 2 strikes.
All the pressure on the hitter right now. He knows that he has to protect the plate in order not to strike out.
Here it comes. Tries to get him to golf at that one, but he lays off, and 1-2 count.
Well, anytime you have a good fastball and you can keep it down in the zone around the knees or lower, it's great location, and believe me, very difficult to hit.
That swung on, line towards the gap in left center. And there's another one. Couple of quick hits. And he scores.
What more do you need to see? Now you have to question his confidence. Giving up 3 straight hits. Not much going right out there at this point.
Here's Prince Fielder now with the RBI opportunity. And Steve, they've got the edge right now. They're getting some big runs at an important part of the game. Trying to salt it away early.
Well, they staked out an early lead in this one, just where they want to be.
Well, you know, when you hit like this in the first inning, you start to anticipate maybe a healthy bit of run support coming in this game.
Now, Gary, although they have a lead, it still is fairly a close ball game right here. You have speed at second base. I might give him the green light and see if he can get over to third.
And another one. It's contagious. All the way to the wall. And he will score from second base.
Okay, the defense needs to stop right now. They need to put up an out here. This offense just has been relentless this inning. A big moment on the mound right here, Gary. A test of his nerves right now.
This is what you call a jam. You're looking here to prevent a big inning.
Gary, you're right. You can't underestimate the impact this can have on the rest of the game. It's going to make it much more difficult to come back if they score here.
No outs, runners at second and third. Called strike, outer half of the plate, 0-1.
What an outstanding pitch. Changing speeds, hitting your spots. Throw that changeup away.
He lets that fastball go by for a called strike, 0-2. Wanted to get him fishing, but he misses. 1-2.
He tried to go backdoor with the curveball right there, but just couldn't catch the outside corner.
Curveball. Ooh, where did that miss? 2-2. Here's the delivery. Tough pitch to lay off that time. Full count, 3-2.
Well, you watch how the hitter reacted to that. He had thoughts about chasing that pitch, but at the last second decided to lay off of it.
The 3-2 pitch. And that misses. Ball 4. He has loaded him up.
Well, that's what you want to do. You want to have quality at bats, get that pitch count up. And I tell you what, he worked this pitcher. It's going to be tough for him to get this next hitter out after working that walk on so many pitches.
Well, you can feel the anticipation in the stands and the fans, and certainly all eyes on the mound right now.
Already down a couple of runs in this ball game. Danger territory here with the bases loaded.
Now, the pitcher has to try to limit the damage, and you have to wonder where his confidence level is now with the bases loaded.
Ball. That one's in the dirt. Nice stop. At the belt, the 1-0. Swung on, liner to right. And that looks like an RBI and a single.
They need to get an out right now. I mean, this offense just has kept the pressure on them. They need to regroup and get an out.
Here's Cooper to the plate. Well, I think we're seeing some padding here, although in this game there's no such thing as insurance runs, really.
You got the pitcher on the rope. You have to take advantage of it while he's down.
Bases are loaded and nobody out. Here's the pitch. Fastball taken high. 1-0.
Well, that's just some good old country hardball right there. Forcing fastball up in the zone.
Changeup waved out and missed. 1-1.
Well, up over 20 pitches now here in the first inning. Not the way you want to start the game, because it ultimately hurts you in this inning, but it's going to hurt you later as well. You're going to be out early.
Ball. 1-1 is a changeup that misses. 2-1. Now the 2-1 pitch. Good discipline to lay off the change, and it's 3-1.
Well, even though you're 3-1 in the count, you still have to be patient at the plate. Make him throw a quality pitch. If he does, be ready for it. And if you're the pitcher, you better not throw anything down the middle and hope he's taking it, because he can take you out of the yard.
Line towards second, and there's one. Now over to second base, not in time. Trying to get that double play there, he beat it out.
I'll tell you what, the nerves in the dugouts on both sides kind of quivering here. Critical situation.
You know, he's really in a lot of trouble here. Only one away and the sacks are full.
Well, big at bat coming right here. I expect this pitcher to go with some off-speed pitches, get the hitter off balance, and try to get a double play.
It's now 0-1. Watch that fastball go by.
You can really stay out of big trouble in the big inning if you can spot your fastball down in the zone.
Watches that one for a called strike. 0-2. Fastball is a waste pitch that time. 1-2. Pitch on the way. Wouldn't offer at the curveball. Takes the count even at 2. Swing and a miss on the fastball. Second out in the inning.
Now, good pitch right at the knees there. He swung right over the top of it and just couldn't put it in play.
It's going to be Thomas. It's going to be Thomas. Bases are loaded with 2 down. Fastball is downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. He waves at that fastball. Couldn't get to it. 1-1.
Well, that's some kind of pitch, and you set up the target on the outside corner, and he paints the black with it. Awfully tough when you have that kind of location.
Called strike over the heart of the plate. 1-2.
Well, the hitter's got to regret that one. He missed his pitch right down the heart of the plate. 4-seam fastball. That hurts.
The 1-2 on its way. You're out. Strike 3. Wow, that'll do it for the inning, but not before a lot of runs crossed. They got a nice head start right there. The offense early. Milwaukee leads it 3-0. And we've got Ben Sheets out on the mound. Milwaukee has him starting. Steve, as he approaches the Cincinnati lineup, he bunts the ball. Simmons. Check out the lineup Dusty Baker's put together for this ball game.
A power-laden lineup right here, Gary, and a lineup that can do some real damage. If pitchers make mistakes, they can hit it out of the yard.
Now's a good time for a quick look at the Brewers and how they will be positioned on the diamond.
Well, look for them to keep an eye and hold him close at first base here. He's fast, and they're going to try to get him in scoring position to see if they can't get back in the ballgame.
This at bat underway, 1-0 after that first pitch missed.
Well, any hitting coach will tell you can't hit that good high fastball, especially if it's out of the strike zone. It's a pitch you have to lay off of, make him bring it down to give yourself a chance.
Here's the 1-0. Hit hard on the ground towards third. That looks like a single.
Well, we've got a moment to look back to last year's Cincinnati Reds and see where they ranked in the National League. First in batting average with runners in scoring position. They were also ranked #1 in hits, a lineup with depth that can make contact and find their way to base.
It's going to be Perez now. Runners at first and second, nobody out. First pitch a fastball, that's in there for a strike.
Velocity and location are absolutely critical. That pitch was exactly where he wanted to throw it.
Fastball misses low that time, 1-1. Comes set, now the 1-1. Lined right at the second baseman. The second for one. Back to first, not in time. Not quick enough on the relay.
Well, that's a big first out of this inning. Now let's see if he can come back and get out of this thing unscathed.
Runners at first and third, one away. At the belt, Sheets, kicks, throws. Starts him off with one in there for a strike.
The Reds won their division in 2010. They did it because they won their division. They had the best record within that division, beating up on the Central opponents.
He delivers. 1-0 is a curve and a called strike. And one of the ironies of the number of the Reds in the Central Division is that the Cardinals beat them 2-1, but nobody else came close to that in the division.
And remember, they had that fight on the field. They kind of squared off with each other. It was from that point on that the two teams went in different directions. The Reds got hot, and the Cardinals got cold.
One-two pitch coming. There's a ground ball. That's one. And two, double play. And heading back, Ben Sheets works his way out of the first inning without allowing anyone to score. And coming up, we'll see the Brewers. We've got the top of the order coming up. And Molitor's in the box. He'll start it off here in the second. And the first pitch. First pitch fastball misses badly that time, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Hit sharply towards the hole. And he's out at first. What an out.
That's a huge out right there. You think maybe you're not going to get to it, and he's able to make a tremendous play on it, Gary.
And here's Robin Young. One out, nobody on. First pitch on the way. Line drive. That's foul towards first. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at that fastball. No balls, 2 strikes.
Ball.
Tries to ring him up with the fastball away, but it's 1-2. He fouls that one off. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball that's well off the plate. 2-2. Here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. And he gets it down. He's 2 for 2 now. Here's what Cincinnati has lined up. Today, the last game of this Milwaukee series. Nothing scheduled for them tomorrow. They'll kick off a series with the Houston Astros. That's a division rivalry. Boy, there's some great competition in that set of games. That's a 3-game series. And then they go up against the Diamondbacks in Arizona. Wins will not come easy over the next stretch of games. Burnett's settling in.
Now the Brewers trying to recapture that magic from 2008, that great run to the playoffs. Remember CC Sabathia coming over in that trade at the deadline. What a difference he made. They've got to try to find a way to get back there and get the fans back into it.
First pitch to him. Misses high, ball 1. Last year, the standings, as far as the Brewers were concerned, never really challenged, Steve.
No, and you know what? Now you have the Cincinnati Reds, a much more competitive team. Pitching is the answer. That's what they need to do, is continue to improve this pitching staff.
1-1. It's now 1 ball, 1 strike. You watch that fastball that was in there.
The location and velocity are critical in throwing the fastball. He runs his good fastball up and away right here, and it's a take pitch.
On the way. And he looks at a fastball in there, and it's 1-2 now.
Sometimes you get a pitch, and if it's early enough in the count, you can just say, not this one, I'm going to wait for the next one.
The 1-2 on its way. Back into the stands behind home plate. Foul ball. Change-up called strike 3. That's the second out.
But Gary, let's see this pitch again in K-Cam. Here's another look at the change-up.
A real gutsy pitch on this one as he attacks him right down the middle of the plate.
Boy, did he ever get away with that one there.
Well, it worked that time, but I'd be surprised if it worked again.
And Prince Fielder up. Career numbers for him, 277 off Cincinnati. Two outs and a man on first. Here's Fielder's first look. That one sails high for a ball. 1-0.
Well, that pitch right there just seemed to get away from the pitcher, took off on him. Looked like he tried to overthrow that a little bit.
The 1-0 now. That one fouled off by Fielder. That swung on a liner here. And that's going to be a base hit for Fielder. Tremendous situation now for Milwaukee.
But Gary, that's how you hit the changeup. You have to be patient. You have to stay back and let the ball come to you. Doesn't try to do too much with it and picks himself up on base hit.
Two down. Runners at first and second. Just missed with the fastball. 1-0. Fastball just misses and he falls behind. 2-0. Swung on, bounced weakly to second, and Morgan picks it up. He'll throw on to first, and that'll do it for this half inning. No runs and a couple of hits and 2 left on. Brewers 3, Cincinnati nothing. The 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up. And Foster's in the box. At the belt, Sheets, kicks, throws, and that gets through for a base hit. The season underway for the Brewers. This game, the last against Cincinnati. Following that, they have to deal with Chipper Jones. The Braves come to town, a team that will definitely give them a competitive series. That series is 4 games. They'll stay right there for the next set of games. The Chicago Cubs. So a lot of home games on the way. The fans will have a chance to see their guys many times over the next couple of weeks. No one out and a runner on first. Hit in the air to left center. One away. State Farm leaderboard. Look at the teams with the most runs produced from last year's season. Number 1, the Reds. The Phillies in second. The Rockies third. Fourth, the Brewers. And number 5, the Braves rounded out.
Well, they might have to replace home plate after this game because these were 2 of the top teams in the league last year in runs scored. They love to cross home plate. They get guys on. They score them. And that's what makes these teams so tough to pitch against.
Good movement to that cutter, and he's in the hole now, 0-2.
Well, the pitcher's way ahead. He's got some room here now to play with some pitches. Don't be too fine giving him something good to hit.
Pitch on the way. Curveball. Thought he had him, but it's 1-2.
He went with the big curveball off the plate, trying to get him to reach for it, but he lays off.
One-two pitch coming. That pitch misses low. 2-2 now. Strike 3 called. Home plate umpire racks him up, 2 down.
Now we're going to take a look at this curveball in K-Cam.
Well, this one's going to end up low in the strike zone, but if he was looking for something to pound through the infield, that was a perfect pitch to swing at. You got to take advantage of those.
And I think he might have thought that was a little low, John.
Well, even still, Gary, a nice contact swing there, and he's got himself a base hit.
Larkin settles in. Runner on first, 2 away. It's 0-1 as he swings and misses at that fastball. Looks at a fastball in there, and it's quickly 0-2.
Now that he's established the bottom of the strike zone, it gives him so many options. He can go to the breaking ball or climb the ladder with another fastball.
Hit in the air to center field. And Thomas is going to play it. And that's going to do it in this half inning. We see a good inning here from Ben Sheets. He emerges from the first 2 innings unscathed. And coming up, we'll see the Brewers. And it is not a warm day by any means. Scarves, winter jackets out. And Bench calls for the pitch. A swing and a fly ball to left center field. One away. Here's Cooper to the plate. Lined out last time up. One out, base is empty. The first pitch. Fastball misses away. 1-0.
Well, you watch how the hitter reacted to that. He had thoughts about chasing that pitch, but at the last second decided to lay off of it.
The pitch. That's high. 2-0. Here it comes. 2-0. Fastball can't catch the corner. He's behind 3-0.
Well, you can see what he's doing. He's just pulling that ball away from him, trying to overthrow it, and he can't seem to find the strike zone. He has to be able to rein that thing in right now.
This will give him a base runner as that pitch misses. Ball 4.
I don't think he meant to do that. At first base was open. I think he's willing to live with it, but I think he wanted to try to get this guy out.
Cirillo at the plate. 0 for 1 thus far.
Well, you've got the lead right now with speed on first base. You have to get him going, I think, Gary. Keep the pressure on. Keep trying to tack on some runs.
He waited on that first pitch and took it. It's 1-0. Pauses, and now the 1-0. 1-0 is a fastball that runs away. 2-0. Here's the delivery. Fastball just misses. He runs it to 3-0.
Well, any hitting coach will tell you you can't hit that good high fastball, especially if it's out of the strike zone. It's a pitch you have to lay off of, make him bring it down to give yourself a chance.
And that misses as well. That's a 4-pitch walk.
That's a close pitch, but he walks him in 4 pitches, and now he's got to go after the next guy.
It's going to be Thomas.
Gary, we just saw the second walk in this inning, and you really have to start to question, is he nibbling, trying to avoid contact, or is he losing control?
Runners on first and second with 1 out. Here's the first pitch. First pitch, fastball, 0-1. And Steve, absolutely right about those walks here. He's got himself in a jam. If he doesn't get out of it, his part of the game may be over.
Well, he's finding himself in hitters' counts, and when hitters can look for a certain pitch, they can drive it, so he's in trouble.
Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a drive, deep right field. It's back towards the wall. Runner on his way to third. Team leaders in home runs. How'd they do it last year? Well, let's take a look on our State Farm leaderboard. The Reds #1, the Brewers 2nd, 3rd the D-backs, the Rockies 4th, and #5 the Phillies rounded out.
Well, most home run hitters can be pitched to. So these pitchers, though, they have to be very careful because they're facing 2 of the top home run hitting teams in the league last season. If you can pitch well and execute your pitches, you have a chance to have a successful game. If you make mistakes, though, runs get put on the board quickly with both these teams.
Fastball just misses. 1-0.
Well, you see, he just missed with that fastball right there away. Let's see if they try to come back inside to try to jam him.
Ready with a 1-0. Gets that call at the knees, evens the count at 1 apiece.
I think the hitter was looking for something out over the plate that he could drive. They pounded a fastball down and in for a strike.
Good looking fastball. Called the ball, though. 2-1. The pitch. 2-1 delivery of fastball. Taken for a call. Strike 2.
A good life on this fastball as he just buries it down and away.
Fastball well off the mark, and it's full 3-2.
Oh, it's a great fastball right there, down in the strike zone. Now there's so many ways to go. Let's see how he comes back to attack this hitter.
Here's the 3-2 pitch. That misses ball 4. That is a guy you do not want to put on base.
Well, you know, the pitcher's really tired right now, and you have to think that his confidence is a little bit shaken. That long at bat right there, he had a chance to put the hitter away, and now he has to go from the stretch to try to keep this inning from getting out of hand.
Two outs, bases loaded. Here's the first pitch. Fastball too low, 1-0.
Well, we've got a pitcher in trouble out there right now, Gary. 3 walks in this inning. He has lost the strike zone.
The 1-0 pitch. A line drive towards short. That's caught. Side is retired. So they can't push any across here in this half of the inning. Brewers 3, Cincinnati nothing. And Joe Morgan to bat. At the belt, Sheets, kicks, throws. And so Morgan retired. That's 1 down. Roche is batting. He singled in his last at bat. Nobody on base, 1 away. And the first pitch. Ball! And Sheets is wide that time. That'll be a ball. And he looks at a fastball in there, 1-1.
He's painting the black away with that fastball, Gary, hitting the spots and with great velocity.
Missed with the fastball outside, 2-1.
Well, that right there is a really good pitch, just missing the outside corner. Give the batter a lot of credit, though. That is one of the toughest pitches to lay off of, that hard fastball away.
Swung on and missed that time, and it's 2-2. Brings that curveball, just about had him, but it's full.
The best curveballs are the ones that start in the strike zone, then fall out of the strike zone. He couldn't get him to fish for that one, though.
Here's the payoff pitch. And the curveball, it's in there. Struck him out, 2 down now.
Well, he starts his curveball at the hitter's head and then break it to the inside corner. It causes the hitter to get the jelly leg and just give up on it.
Rose is the batter. He's 1 for 1 so far. Two outs, base is empty. Here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a line drive. Now with 2 down, they've got a man on board. State Farm takes a look at the lineups with a pop in their bat from last season. Number 1, the Reds. 2nd, the Rockies. 3rd spot, the Brewers. 4th, D-backs. And number 5, the Phillies rounded out.
Well, not a lot of singles in this one, I don't think, today, Gary. I mean, these two teams love to slug it out. They love to hit doubles, triples, and especially the home run ball. So if you're a pitcher, you better be very careful, because when you make a mistake, these two teams will make you pay.
He can't connect with that off-speed pitch. Digging a hole now, 0-2. Here's the delivery. Tried to get him to chase that curve. It's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Curveball in there for a called strike 3, side retired. Good solid innings for Ben Sheets. No runs allowed through 3. And coming up, we'll see the Brewers. Burnett gets a shot here. He'll dig in, start of the 4th inning. And here's the first one.
Strike 1.
Here's the pitch. This is that fastball, already 0-2. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung out and missed. Struck him out. 1 away.
Well, 2 strikes, you have to try to fight off this pitch. You have to think away and adjust in. They went away, but he couldn't make contact.
One away as Prince Fielder sets in.
Well, young hitter who sometimes can be undisciplined at the plate. Prince Fielder's starting to figure it out. 2010, he had 114 walks. That shows you that he's learning some discipline at the plate.
Here's Fielder's first look. Off the plate with a fastball, and it's 1-0. John, talking about more walks, that just shows you got a little discipline, as you said, settling in. And does that help a team with run production?
I mean, listen, his batting average dropped a little bit, but the walks went up, and I'll take walks because what it means, you're seeing more 2-0, 3-1, 3-2 pitches where he can sit on a fastball and try to hit home runs.
Pitch misses. Ball 3. Now Prince Fielder can afford to take one here, or maybe hack away. He batted .172 last year against the Reds at Great American Ballpark. The pitch. Swing and a line drive. And Morgan makes the catch.
This ball scorched right at the second baseman, but he showed quick reflexes to be able to make the play.
And the number 8 spot rolls around. Oh, I'll tell you, everybody, Steve, I think notices when he gets to the plate, the attention deficit disorder just sort of goes away. Base is empty and 2 down. And the first pitch. Swung on line to right center field. Makes its way through for a single.
I'll give you a lot of star power right here, and a guy that can hit the ball out of the ballpark anytime he comes to the plate.
Simmons up now. Flew out last time. Two outs and a man on first. Now the first pitch. Smashes that one towards the shortstop. And that's going to do it in this half inning. No runs and a base hit. They leave one man on at first. Brewers 3, Cincinnati nothing. And bench settles in. 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch, here it comes. And Sheets is wide that time. That'll be a ball.
Okay, they have 4 hits so far in this one into the 4th inning, but they haven't been able to put them together and try to mount any rally. And I think right now the pitcher's getting the job done, making the pitch when he needs to.
Swung on and ripped towards second. And it's through. That's a base hit.
Well, anytime you can get on base with no outs to start an inning, you know that an extra base hit will probably score you. But even if the batter behind you can figure out a way to get on base, now you have the potential for a huge inning.
Runner on first base, nobody out. And here's the first one. Hot shot towards the hole. And it's picked up. 1. And that's 2. A double play. And that one's got to be a candidate for play of the week, Steve.
Well, you talk about shifting momentum. You get the ground ball double play, and all of a sudden you're back in the dugout ready to hit.
Up again now, the number 5 spot. He flew out his last time up. Base is empty with 2 outs. First pitch on the way. Ball! And Sheets is wide that time. That'll be a ball.
They went with the big curveball off the plate, trying to get him to reach for it, but he lays off.
Cut fastball, and it's by him. 1-1. He deals. Good spot for the cutter that time. 1-2. The 1-2 on its way. Curveball. Ooh, where did that miss? 2-2. Curveball, that tied him up in knots. Swung on and missed. Side retired. So no runs on 1 hit and nobody left on. Cincinnati still looking for some bats. Here's Cooper to the plate. He'll get things started. 5th inning. And the first pitch. And he swings and hits this one foul. Ball. That's upstairs for a ball. 1-1. Change up just off the black, and it's 2-1.
Well, a lot of guys would swing at that pitch right there, that changeup down in the strike zone, but the hitter luckily stayed off that one.
Here it comes. Swung on, hit. Oh, look out. Number 20. Throw is not in time, and that will be an infield single. And the throw is too late. He's in there, an infield single.
Well, a good start to this inning, but let's see if the guys behind him, after he starts out this inning with the single, can follow up and finish this inning off with some runs.
You've got to keep the opponent close when you're behind. You've got speed on first base. They better keep him close. If he gets in scoring position, it may just add on to this lead.
Here's the pitch. Liner towards the hole. This a great situation for some offense.
I tried to go down with that 0-1 pitch, but it gets blasted right back for the base hit.
But the way he went after that in the box, Steve, it looked like he might have been guessing down there.
Well, I'll tell you what, you have to make contact behind in the count. He got a pitch over the heart of the plate and took advantage of it.
No one out yet. Runners at first and second. And Bench calls for the pitch. 0-1. Fastball in there for a called strike.
Well, they set up down and away. They throw it down and away. That's how you can be effective as a major league pitcher.
Missed with the fastball outside, and it's even at 1. Fastball gets away from him there. 2-1. Two-one pitch. Fastball on the block. He doesn't get the call though, and it's 3-1.
Well, anytime you have a count 3-1 in your favor as the hitter, you're looking for a pitch in a little box in the location you want to. If he throws it in there, you better be ready and get a good hack at it.
Hit in the air to left center. And in there, at least for a single as it gets down. And he'll come in to score. Easily safe at second. Get to take a look at one here that probably should have ended at first base.
Well, he had the burners on coming out of the batter's box and rounding first base. Great aggressiveness on his part. He didn't let up, and he gets in safely.
No indecision when he got to first base.
That's how you get in safely to second.
And Molitor's in the box. Well, they've definitely got a rhythm going right now. Each player feeding off the other.
You know, after giving up runs like that, this is where the pitcher has to bow his neck and shut down the opponent. Damage control.
This is where you begin to wonder whether this game is going to start slipping away or not. First pitch popped into foul territory down the left side. Tried to track that one down, but comes up empty.
Well, Gary, to pick up what you were saying, you know, this game's not slipping away. They're still in it. But the pitcher has to make a pitch right now and get this guy out right now.
See if he can get it done. Here's a swing and a liner to left center. That'll be a base hit and an RBI. And Thomas also home. And he's on board. Credit him with 2 RBIs on the base hit.
Well, they need a big out right here, Gary. I mean, they're giving up some runs in this inning. They need to get outs right now, just again to show that they can get them.
And we're going to see Yount now. Just one player picking up after another, Steve. This is a good offensive show going on, and they're climbing the ladder with it.
Gary, they keep lumping the hits together. They keep pulling away right now. This thing could be soon out of reach.
And then maybe, Steve, this one already is out of reach. They got to find some fortitude to get back into this thing. Ball! And he lays off the pitch outside and low, ball 1.
Gary, as you were saying, I mean, it may be getting out of reach because right now they're grand slam proof with the lead. So a lot of pressure off the pitcher. Go out and throw strikes. Go right at him.
At the belt, the 1-0. Fastball misses badly. He's behind 2-0. He delivers. Inside with a changeup, 3-0.
Well, this guy's really eating up some innings for this team. He's over the 60 pitch mark right now, and I tell you what, that's a lot of pitches for a middle relief pitcher.
Swings, and there's a drive high in the air. This one off the wall. He's going to try for third. And he ends up at second. That's a double.
We talk about a guy who's swinging it right now as good as anybody. That's his 3rd hit of the ball game thus far. Let's see if this can mount a rally with nobody out.
Two men in scoring position, still no one out. First pitch on the way. In there for a strike.
Oh, that's a quality fastball right there. Just pounding the strike zone down and away. He had no chance to put that one in play.
That misses. 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Just off the inside edge. 2-1. Called strike right down the center. Even things at 2.
Look out. He got lucky there. You do not want to miss in the heart of the plate with this team.
He's ready. 2-2 on the way. Taps this one foul off to the left. Here's the delivery. And he fouls another one off.
Well, this is one of these epic battles that you just love to see. A pitcher who's not giving in, not throwing anything over the center of the plate, and a hitter who's worked the count even, fouling a tough pitch off to stay alive.
Fastball in there, called third strike, 1 out.
Well, 92 miles per hour, you can get away with some mistakes, but it would be nice to have some movement.
So with 2 strikes, you got to protect. You can't just look at that pitch go down the middle.
Johnny, he certainly wasn't expecting another fastball there.
Oh, that's the problem. You can adjust to off speed, but if you look for something slow and get a heater, you're done.
And it's Fielder batting. Last season led the league in walks. He drew the most walks of anyone in the National League last year. Here's the first pitch. Missed, ball 1.
You know, the walk is such a critical aspect of the game. You know, on-base percentage is so underrated. Getting a guy on base with a walk means the pitcher had to throw a lot of pitches. He had to work to try to get him out, and it tires him out for the rest of the game and in that inning.
Lined right at the second baseman. That's in there. Should score the runner. And the second run comes through. So that's going to bring in 2.
Well, a guy that just continues to swing the bat well in this ball game. 3 hits right now so far, and it comes with 1 out in the inning. Can it start a rally?
One out, runner on at first. First pitch to him. This is in the air, straight away left. Now it's 2 away. Simmons up now. Trying again here. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Fielder's the runner at first. And the first pitch. Swings on that first pitch, misses the fastball, 0-1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Lined hard down the left field line. And there's another one. They really are stringing these hits out.
Now, he has no business swinging at this 0-2 pitch. It's out of the strike zone, but he's thinking, I have to protect. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
And that pitch was really away. I mean, that's a ball. Two men on and 2 men out. And bench calls for the pitch. Ball. First pitch way out of the zone, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Fastball swung on, missed. Now 1-1. Pitch in the dirt, blocked by the catcher. The 2-1 pitch. Offers it that and misses. 2-2 now. Now the 2-2 pitch. Fastball misses high, and it's full. 3-2.
Well, he tried that four-seam fastball up in the zone to get him the chase. Tough pitch to lay off of. Good job by the hitter.
Runners go. The 3-2 pitch. Swings and grounds this one foul, wide of third. And he fouls off another one.
Well, this is a great at-bat right here, and you see that the 7th pitch of this at-bat makes a great pitch on the hitter, just foul tips it. Now we have a greater battle going.
And that misses. Ball 4. Now you got the sacks full.
Well, you just saw a great deal of plate discipline right there on the hitter. Maybe a little fatigue on the pitcher's part. They're not used to throwing that many pitches in one at-bat, but the hitter wins it and gets that base on balls.
Bases are loaded with 2 down. Here's the first pitch. Just missed with the fastball. 1-0.
Well, that fastball right there just missed, just below the knees. Tell you what, a borderline pitch. I think they wanted that one bad.
The 1-0 now. 1-0 pitch is a fastball high. 2-0. Here's the pitch. Smash towards the middle. And that'll do it as Morgan puts it away. Boy, a manager loves to see this. They strike for an enormous inning. Milwaukee continues a blowout. Up again their DH. 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch on the way. Sheets pitch swung on and missed. 0-1. Swing and a line to left. And that's through a base hit.
Well, you're going to have to keep a close eye on this guy at first base. Pay a lot of attention to him because you know he more than likely has the green light. He can go at any time.
A runner on first, no outs. Now the first pitch. And he holds off with the pitch low. 1-0. Pauses and now the 1-0. Swung on, line to right field. Cincinnati presented with a good shot here. Just kind of lean in, Steve, and slap that thing the other way in that kind of pitch.
Well, you can't pull that pitch. If you do, it's going to be a ground ball to short. You want to punch it to right field. He's one of the best at doing
it. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. Wasn't very far off the bag, so he gets back easily. No one out yet. Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. Check swing here. Did he go around? They say no. They're going to look down to third to see if he did. No, he did not. And the check swing worked. He'll continue his at-bat. Swung on, liner to right. And that's a base hit, and Morgan on first. The opportunity for offense is right now. No one out. Sacks full. First pitch. Swings at that fastball and misses. 0-1. Here's the 0-1 from Sheets. Looks at a curve in there. He's behind now, 0-2.
The hitter now needs to protect the plate. Think about going right back up the middle.
Swing and a miss on the breaker. One down. Just 3 pitches and the bases were loaded. Wow.
Well, no margin for error right there. And then you see that young man just reach back, and he made short work of the hitter. And let's see how it goes from here.
Rose is up now. Well, he's got an opportunity here. He can be a hero. You get an extra base hit, you're going to score some runs.
Well, you don't know how many opportunities you're going to get later in the game. You have to take advantage of this one. If you're going to make a comeback, now's the time to start.
3 on and 1 out. And the first pitch, a shot up the middle, and he gathers this one. There's 1, and there's 2, a double play. They pick up 3 hits in the inning. They leave the sacks full. Brewers holding on to their lead. It's going to be Thomas. He's ready to start out here in the 6th inning. Pitch on the way. And that misses for a ball.
Well, anytime you have a good fastball and you can keep it down in the zone around the knees or lower, it's great location, and believe me, very difficult to hit.
He sends this one in the air towards center. And he gets that one down. His second hit. 2 for 4 today. Now we'll look at the teams who led the league at extra base hits last year. Brought to you by State Farm. Number 1, the D-backs. 2nd, the Reds. 3rd spot, the Brewers. The Rockies 4th. And number 5, the Phillies rounded out.
Well, look for the ball to be rattled around in the gaps in this game. The balls are going to be hitting the wall. Extra base hits galore with these 2 teams. 2 of the best at it last year in the league. And I tell you what, these guys love to hit the ball in the gaps and get in scoring position with one swing of the bat.
Runner on first. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses away. 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball just misses, and he falls behind. 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And this is hit in the air, foul down the left field line. Good effort there, but he couldn't get into position to make that play. Now the 2-1 pitch. And that's another foul ball. And Bench calls for the pitch.
Ball 3.
Low and a bit outside for a ball. 3-2 now.
Well, you see there, he tried to go on that outside corner, down and away. Give the hitter a lot of credit, though. You know that's a pitch you can't hit, so don't even swing at it. Well, and the catcher looked like he really wanted that one.
Big swing and a miss on a heater. Struck him out, one down.
With 2 strikes, the hitter wanted the fastball. He got it, but didn't do anything with it.
And here's Robin Young. Runner at first with 1 down. Here's the first pitch. And that's in for a strike.
Unless you stay back and really think about going the other way, you've got no chance of hitting that 4-seamer down and away.
Here's the pitch. Ball. Takes one off the plate to even the count at 1. Swing and a miss, 1 and 2.
Gary, they could really use a double play ball right here to get out of this inning and put a 0 up on the board so they can at least get some hope they can come back.
Hit sharply towards the hole.
But you talk about a guy who's just wearing out the opposition. That's a 4-hit day for him. He is locked in.
Burnett settles in. Drove in a run earlier in the game. One out with runners at first and second. First pitch, here it comes. There's a swing towards the hole. That's 1 out. Decides not to try for the double play. Hangs on to it. And a chance here with 2 away for Prince Fielder. Walked often last year. In fact, most in the division. He deals. Ball 1.
As one of the leaders on this team in walks, he just rarely chases the ball out of the zone. He finds a way to get on base.
There's a swing and a liner. And there's the 3rd out. So no runs, 2 hits, and they strand 2. Milwaukee 8. Cincinnati nothing. For those of you just joining in, I'm Gary Thorne along with John Kruk and Steve Phillips. We bring you Major League Baseball here on 2K Sports. And that misses 1-0.
Well, offensively, they just have not been able to get anything going with only 1 runner left on base, so they just need more opportunities and see if they can't capitalize on it.
Now the 1-0 pitch to left center. That one's gloved. And Bench settles in. 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Base is empty with 1 away. First pitch on the way. Hit in the air to center field. And in there, he's 2 for 3 today.
It's nice to get that runner on base with 1 out. Good piece of hitting that single. Now they got something to work with.
And Foster's in the box. He hit into a double play as last time. One out, man on first. And the first pitch. And Sheets gets it by. Called strike one, 0-1.
Velocity and location are absolutely critical. That pitch was exactly where he wanted to throw it.
On the way. Swing sends this one on the line to right center. That should be a base hit. Good offensive chance here. Opposite field hitting. It is a classic piece of baseball.
Especially on that inside pitch. It keeps the defense off guard when you can muscle the inside pitch to right field.
Low for ball one.
Oh, it's a great fastball right there down in the strike zone. Now there's so many ways to go. Let's see how he comes back to attack this hitter.
Ready with a 1-0. The 1-0 delivery, a curveball taken for a strike.
Well, this guy is a classic finesse pitcher with one of the best curveballs in the league.
Waves at a fastball on that 1-1 pitch. Strike two. And Steve, also the batters have to keep in mind he'll mix the fastball in once in a while, and he can really catch him on that pitch.
Well, he can, but because the fastball's not overpowering, I think you have to stay back. Let the pitch come to you, and at times look for the curve.
2-2. Breaking ball misses for a 2-2. At the belt, here's the 2-2 pitch. Cutter called strike three. He knew it too. 2 down.
Just drops that one in there. Good break on it. 83 miles per hour.
Oh, and this one looks like he just snuck that one right past him.
Well, he had to be looking for something else. There's just no reason for a hitter to let that pitch go.
Runners at second and third with 2 outs. And here's the first one. And he watches a cut fastball to start the at-bat for strike one.
Well, that cut fastball away, it looks like it's coming down the heart of the plate, runs to the outside corner. It tends to turn into a pop-up.
Here it comes. Hit hard to second. Molitor. And he throws on to first. That'll retire the side. So they're shut down again. That's 6 shutout innings so far. No production yet from Cincinnati. And it rolls around to the top again. He'll start things off here in the 7th.
Now, Gary, I think you're losing a little something here. I don't think this guy's nearly as solid defensively as the one he's replacing, so interesting move.
Towards center field. And in there, second hit for him in the ball game on his 4th plate appearance.
Well, that's the start they wanted right there. You get the first guy on with the inning, no outs. Big things could happen now.
Runner on first base, nobody out. And here's the first one. The 0-0 delivery, a fastball taken for a strike.
Well, climbing the ladder with that four-seam fastball, trying to get the hitter to elevate his eyes. He gets the strike on it, and the hitter doesn't pull the trigger.
And here's the pitch. Called strike, and he's behind now, 0-2. Fastball swung out and missed, struck him out, one away.
His pitches complement one another. They work off of each other, and he used a tremendous sequence right there. 1, 2, 3, strikeout, see you later.
One down, runner at first. The pitch lined up the middle, and it gets down. That's hit number 2, making good contact. Now let's see how the top hitting teams measured up last season, courtesy of State Farm. The Reds, number 1. Second, the Cardinals. In third, the Rockies. Fourth, the Brewers. And number 5, the Phillies rounded up.
Well, I wouldn't want to be a pitcher in this game, Gary. I mean, if you're looking to get through a bunch of quick innings, it might not happen in this one. Two of the better teams last season in the league in batting average. These guys have the ability to put the ball in play, and when they do, they usually get hits doing it. This is going to be a tough battle for these pitchers here today.
1-0 count. He took that last one, and it was out of the zone.
Well, they need somebody to get out of an inning without giving up runs. And, you know, I got a shot right here to do it, but you're going to need a double play ball. And I tell you what, if they don't get out of this inning, I don't think they can come back, Gary.
Oh. 3-0 now.
Well, that fastball right there just missed, just below the knees. Tell you what, a borderline pitch. I think they wanted that one bad.
Oh, had the green light, 3-0, but he missed it, 3-1. Strike 3-1 a fastball, swung on and missed, full count. The 3-2 pitch. Fastball in there, struck him out, out number 2.
Well, you can hang laundry on that one. 94 miles per hour, pretty good velocity, but that's pretty straight.
He couldn't pull the trigger. He couldn't even get it started.
He came right back with another fastball, John.
Well, you see him go fastball, fastball like that, and you know he has a lot of confidence in that heater right now.
Two down. Runners at first and second. The first pitch. Called strike, 0-1.
Well, I mean, listen, they don't have great chances as it is, trailing by this much in the game. But if they give up another couple base hits right here, they've got no chance. So 2 outs, find an out somewhere.
Misses for a ball to even things at 1.
We have to remember these middle relievers, they're not used to coming in and throwing over 45 pitches, but that's where he's at right now. You might see his control run away from him a little bit right here.
Swings at that 1-1 pitch. Fastball by him. Strike 2.
Credit the catcher on that one. That's a good low target, setting up, and he hit the target. Good execution.
Fastball just about had him, and it's a 2-2 count.
Well, anytime you have a good fastball and you can keep it down in the zone around the knees or lower, it's great location, and believe me, very difficult to hit.
Gave him a fastball that time, but it's outside. 3-2.
Well, you see, he just missed with that fastball right there away. Let's see if they try to come back inside to try to jam him.
The full count pitch. And he looks at a fastball that's in there. Side retired. No runs and a couple of hits and 2 left on. Stretch time here in Cincinnati. And if you just joined our broadcast, great to have you on board. 2K Sports Major League Baseball. I'm Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Crump. And Sheets gets it by. Called strike 1, 0-1.
Look, Gary, listen, he's made pitches. They've had a few base runners on against him, no question about it. They've gotten a few hits, but he's been able to keep them from putting hit after hit after hit together. He's kept them off the scoreboard and let his defense do the work.
Yount. And his throw is in time for out number 1.
Oh, big out right there. Listen, he's on his way to a shutout right now. They've not been able to muster much against him, but this is critical time of the game. He's getting a little fatigued, and they've seen him a couple times already. He's got to make his pitch.
Base is empty, 1 out. Here's the first pitch. That's off the plate away, 1-0. The pitch, and that misses as well.
Well, that's a tough pitch right there to lay off of. That changeup down and away and out of the strike zone. But the hitter must have been looking for it because he wasn't fooled at all.
2-1 now. The 2-1. A swing line to left center. And that's a base hit. Morgan on first.
Well, this guy's always a threat to go. He steals a lot of bases, so they're going to have to keep a close eye on him. And maybe they'll make a mistake to the hitter, paying attention to the runner.
Morgan running at first. Low pitch from Sheets for a ball. Here's the 1-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Changeup called strike 2-1.
Well, this is a pitch that should be clobbered, but he just couldn't pull the trigger on it.
That's on the black for a strike. Evens the count at 2-2.
That cut fastball just ran inside on the hitter's hands. He had no chance to even get out and swing at it. Tough pitch.
Curveball misses and it's full. 3-2.
They went with the big curveball off the plate, trying to get him to reach for it, but he lays off.
And on a full count, swung on, line softly to short, and he gets that one down. His second hit, 2 for 4 today. Cincinnati presented with a good shot here. Steve, sometimes that pitch down the middle you want to drive. He chose to take it the other way.
Well, good piece of hitting. You don't have to always pull that ball. You think up the middle at first and then adjust accordingly. Outstanding adjustment.
Runners on first and second with 1 out. Here's the delivery. Goodwood hits it right back up through the pitcher. 1, and they get it. They turn 2. Well, they can't figure anything out, and through 7 they remain without a run. Cincinnati still looking for some bats. And Molitor's in the box. He's going to get us started, 8th inning. And the first pitch. Fastball is downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes.
Oh, it's a great fastball right there down in the strike zone. Now there's so many ways to go. Let's see how he comes back to attack this hitter.
1-0 pitch is a fastball high, 2-0. The pitch. He looks at that fastball, called strike, 2-1.
The hitter thought that ball was inside. It certainly wasn't low, and it looks like it was in there.
There's contact. He drove it well. And he'll put that one away for out number 1. And here's Robin Young. One out, nobody on. Here's the first pitch. Boy, he scorched that one. That was right over the mound. And he throws to first in time, out number 2. And a moment now to recap our on-base percentage leaders from last year. Brought to you by State Farm. We'll take a look at Fielder in that third spot.
Well, there's no more valuable player in the lineup than a guy who can get on base and get on base often. And this guy's one of the best at it in baseball. He has so many different ways he can get on base. The thing is, he makes the pitcher work so much harder that you don't see a lot of starting pitchers finishing games against his team because of his ability to work counts.
Here's the pitch. Mama, big hack at that one, but a 1-1 count.
He says, I'm going to go at him, but I'm going to go at him away so that I can't get hurt. He just runs that fastball by him.
Here's the 1-1. In there for strike 2.
The hitter lays off this pitch, realizing you can't do much. When you get that kind of four-seam fastball down and away, it's tough to hit.
1-2 pitch coming. Fouled away. Fastball called. Strike 3, and the side is retired. No hits, nobody left on, and a good defensive half inning. Now the Reds. This is the bottom half of the 8th, and the 3-hole will be coming right up. It's going to be Perez now. Hasn't had much success yet in this game. He's hoping to get something this time. And here's the first one. Ball. And Sheets too high.
Well, what an outstanding effort by the pitcher today. I mean, he has just been on top of his game, making the pitches, and offensively, they just have not been able to back hits up with other hits to mount the rally. They've been held scoreless here today.
And this is bounced foul to the left side. Missed with the fastball outside. 2-1. Here's the 2-1. 3-1 now.
Well, this is your dream when you're in the on-deck circle before you go into the batter's box. If you can get the count to 3-1 and in your favor, you know you have the upper hand.
Steve, all you get's trouble when you do this, a leadoff walk.
Boy, how many times does the leadoff man end up scoring? Most of the time.
And Bench settles in. 2 for 3 thus far. No one out and a runner on first. And the first pitch. Ball. And Sheets is wide that time. That'll be a ball.
Well, looking at this guy's pitch count, he's up over 80 pitches thus far. You wonder how long they're going to let him go.
A 1-0 pitch. Here's one pop foul to short right.
Foul ball.
There's a ground ball, and it gets through. That's his third hit of the game, 4 times up. This a great situation for some offense.
Well, just what his team needed. He continues to swing a great bat. 3 hits from now in this ball game, and he's on with no outs.
Look at our leaderboard brought to you by State Farm. And look at the teams with the most hits when it mattered most. The Reds, number 1. Second, the Cardinals. In third, the Rockies. Fourth, D-backs. For the Padres, they are in that 5 spot.
Well, one of the most clutch teams in all of baseball last year, hitting with runners in scoring position. They were the best at it. They love those clutch situations. Seems like every guy in the lineup seems to bear down when they have guys in scoring position, and they deliver runs.
And Sheets is wide that time. That'll be a ball. And it goes foul. A swing and a miss, strike 3, but a chance at first. He gets the throw down to first base, and they'll get the out.
That's a great play there by the catcher. When the pitcher throws one in the dirt like that, he's really hoping the catcher will block it, keep it in front, and be able to get the out at first.
Kind of plays that can change the momentum of a game if you don't get that out. Runners at second and third, only one away. Here's the pitch. Cutter just misses. 1-0.
This cut fastball is a very effective pitch for this guy because it allows him to set up all of his other pitches.
A 1-0 now. This one's pretty well hit to deep left center. And Thomas is going to play it as he gets to it. Here comes the runner for the plate. The first runs in easily.
Big run right there. Good, productive, situational hitting. Finding a way to get that runner in. That's what contact does for you.
Two outs and a runner on second. First pitch to him. He sends this one in the air towards center. That one's grabbed. Side retired. So they score a run, one hit, and leave a man on. Cincinnati, they're making a push. Still a long way to go. And Prince Fielder will lead it off. He's driven home 3 in this one.
They clearly have not figured out a way how to get this guy out. I mean, he is swinging the bat, driven in 3 runs already. Let's see if he can get some more.
Here's Fielder's first look. Watches that fastball. That goes by him for a strike. That one fouled off by Fielder. He delivers. Doesn't offer at it. 1-2.
Well, that fastball right there just missed, just below the knees. Tell you what, a borderline pitch. I think they wanted that one bad.
The 1-2 pitch. And that one swung out and missed by Prince Fielder.
Well, he had a swing at it. 2 strikes, ball up and away. A good pitch to at least put in play or foul off, but couldn't quite catch up to it.
Number 9 spot at the plate again. Had a couple of hits, 4 trips to the plate. One out, nobody on. First pitch on the way. Swings, lines this one back up the middle. On to first, 2 away. Simmons at the plate. Struck out swinging last time. Two outs and nobody on. The pitch. And that's in there at the letters for a strike. Looks at one that's in there, 0-2.
Look for the pitcher to try to expand the strike zone here. The hitter has to swing at anything close.
Wastes one there, 1-2.
Well, this guy's really eating up some innings for this team. He's over the 60 pitch mark right now. And I tell you what, that's a lot of pitches for a middle relief pitcher.
Fastball low for a ball, 2-2.
Well, anytime you have a good fastball and you can keep it down in the zone around the knees or lower, it's great location and, believe me, very difficult to hit.
This one's grounded foul, wide of first. Up the middle. Whoa, get out of the way of that one. Straight back up the middle. He'll throw on to first, and that'll do it for this half inning. No scoring here ending this half inning. And it'll be the Reds coming up next. Larkin gets a shot here. He's ready to give his best at bat right here. First position, home half of the ninth. And the first pitch. Looks at one. That's in there for a strike.
Well, a non-save situation right here in the ninth inning, and they just want to get outs right now. Try to get the first out of the inning. Take away hope as the other team needs to score a bunch of runs. You get an out, you can really deflate them.
That misses for a ball. The 1-1. Watches that fastball go by, and now he's at 1-2. Gallardo winds up for the 1-2 pitch. No swing. Count goes to 2-2. The pitch. Misses there, runs it full.
Oh, it's a great fastball right there down in the strike zone. Now there's so many ways to go. Let's see how he comes back to attack this hitter.
Payoff pitch. Hot shot towards the hole. And he gets in there easily.
Well, the pitcher makes a great pitch right here. Had him way out in front of this ball, but he gets just enough a piece of it to put it in play. And with that speed, he just beats it out.
Runner on first base, nobody out. Here's the first pitch. Fastball is high, 1-0.
Well, that pitch right there just seemed to get away from the pitcher, took off on him. Looked like he tried to overthrow that a little bit.
And here's the pitch. Trying to get down the bunt right there, but he missed it for a strike. Morgan hits the ground ball. The second, there's one. Over to first, he is safe. Almost a double play, not quite enough time.
He makes a nice play to get the lead runner at second base with a strong, accurate throw. Good footwork. They just couldn't get the double play.
Roche batting now. He had a single in his last time up. One out, runner on at first. First pitch on the way. Swung on, hit in the air to right center. Out number 2. Their number 2 spot at the plate. A runner on first with 2 outs. He takes that one. Gallardo has him 0-1.
Well, you throw that breaking pitch up and in, it's dangerous because a lot of times the hitter will open up giving on the pitch. That's the one pitch he has left to hit, but he got away with one there.
And that's a fly ball. That could do it. That's going to be a wrap. Final out of the ball game.
But Gary, Milwaukee wins this one handily. So many things gone right. A great team victory for them.
Always like to recognize the player of the game, and we've got one today.
You know, a lot of times pitchers get really too hard on themselves, and they're their toughest critic. But I don't think he can find too much to complain about after this effort. Yes, he did give up just a 1-earned run, but his bats came through for him on the offensive end, and he took care of the rest.
When you take to the road, Steve, any win will do, but when you get this kind of offense, it's very satisfying.
Well, it also sends a message to your club and to that club that you showed up to play.
And that's going to do it for us here. For Steve Phillips, John Kruk, I'm Gary Thorne. Take care.